Hey out there and welcome. I'm Kate and I don't know about you, but I woke up this morning with the most sore, tight shoulder, just one side. But it's achy and it needs some movement, some mobility, some stretching. So that's where we're gonna put our focus today, on the shoulders, the upper back, the arms. We'll hit all of the other points as best we can in the time we've got. Grab a strap or a belt or a scarf, a couple of blocks, a blanket if you want one, find a quiet spot, roll out your mat, and let's get to fixing those shoulders. All right, so we're gonna start in a child's pose. If a child's pose doesn't work for your hips or your ankles or your feet, you can remain upright and you can do the first stretch that we're gonna do upright and with your arm just across your chest. Just a little tip, right? So pick your poison. Child's pose is the go-to, but again, if that doesn't work, go ahead and just take a comfortable seat. And then from here, you're just gonna let yourself kind of lay out, right? You can stack your fists. You can grab one of the blocks that you've got nearby, put it underneath your forehead. And take just a moment or two to breathe and to bring yourself here. And feel the rhythm of your breath deepen. And while you're here, take a moment or two to check in. Notice any sensations in your body. Through your low back, through your outer hips, the tops of your feet, your shoulders, wherever they may be kind of lingering. Just notice. And it's not bad or good, right? We don't need to like assign a designation, but just it all is. Right, so take another breath and let it go. And you're gonna walk your fingertips out in front, about shoulder distance apart. Lift onto your fingertips, right? Oh, feel your upper arms lift, your triceps wrap in, like down dog arms here. Just let the weight of your head drop down. Press your fingertips into the floor. Feel your sitting bones pull back. Ooh. And then walk your hands over to the right. And feel that left hand walk just a touch farther away. And feel that left sitting bone pull back just a touch more. Inhale, walk through the middle. And when you exhale, take it to the other side. Same thing here. When you get over here, walk those right fingertips a little farther forward and pull that right sitting bone back. And breathe. Beautiful. And then back through center. Come on up into table. Walk your hands forward and just come into a downward facing dog for a second, just so you can get some stretch through the backs of your legs. We're gonna go right back into your child's pose, but just a minute to open up. So you're not miserable when you're down there. And then drop your knees to the mat. Keep your toes tucked for a moment. Send your hips back toward your heels. And then lift up and untuck those toes and send your hips back again. So we're back in child's pose, but this time you're gonna slide your elbows underneath you. So you've got like a Sphinx child's pose. And you're gonna take your right arm and thread it underneath, like we were gonna do a thread the needle. So you're gonna thread that, palm faces the ceiling, across and underneath. And instead of spinning your chest to the left, which is what we normally do when we're doing our thread the needle, you wanna feel your chest drop straight down. Oh, like you were gonna lay your chest right on that bicep. All right, and now you're here. You wanna press that right arm into the floor. Feel your right arm bone plug a little deeper into the socket, and then spin your chest just ever so slightly toward that right armpit. Yeah, that's the money right there. And then when you inhale, you're gonna come on up into table. Take that right arm, stretch it straight forward, And then reach it out to the side, flip your palm toward the ceiling, take your hand to your low back. And for just a moment, let your elbow kind of like wilt toward the floor. And then press into the back of your hand, feel that elbow start to lift. Feel that head of your arm bone lift toward the back of your shoulder there. And then you're gonna take your seat back to your heels, but stay upright, okay? Walk that right hand to the outer edge of your left arm here. Maybe you can grab your bicep. Maybe it's just your back of your hand to your back, right? You're gonna drop your chin to your chest. And then roll your left ear up over your left shoulder. Give your head a little shake. You got it. And then roll your chin back down to your chest. When you inhale, lift your head, sweep your right arm out, stretch it up, and then reach it alongside your ear. And feel that right sitting bone root back down into the floor. Yes. Inhale, we're gonna come on up, lift onto both knees, lift both arms up. Exhale, arms into cactus, just squeeze it in. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, arms in cactus. Maybe you add a little lean back. Inhale, reach it up. One more, arms into cactus, give a squeeze. Inhale, reach it up, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Take it back and pedal it out. Beautiful. Rock it forward into plank. And then lower down onto that right forearm, lower down onto that left forearm, interlace your fingers here, and then walk your feet in. Keep those knees soft, press your fists into the floor, press your forearms into the floor, feel your shoulder blades in your back, and just stretch back. Big ol' opening in our dolphin pose. Walk your feet back, come forward into your forearm plank. And when you exhale, lower your knees, untuck those toes, find your Sphinx pose, your Sphinx pose. Spread your fingers, while your shoulders back, lift your chest. And then exhale, lower it all the way down, hands underneath you. Come on up, stretch your hips back to your heels, child's pose. Let your shoulders glide side to side. All right, and then arms are gonna come back underneath you, right elbows towards your knees, and we're gonna do the thread the needle to the other side. Left arm comes underneath, palm faces the ceiling. Instead of spinning that chest to the right, you're gonna drop your chest straight down. Yep, this right arm can just do whatever it needs to do to get out of the way, right? Press into the back of your left arm. Plug that arm bone into the socket, and then spin your chest to the left. Ooh. Yes. And when you inhale, come on up, glide that left arm forward. Take it out to the side, flip your palm toward the ceiling. Take the back of your hand to your low back. Let your elbows soften for a moment. And then feel it lift up. Feel the head of that arm bone lift. Seat back to your heels, slide that right hand back, and then you can grab around. Maybe that left hand can find your right bicep. Drop your chin to your chest, and then roll your right ear over your right shoulder. Give your head a little shake right here. Chin to chest. Inhale, lift your head, sweep this left arm out and up, reach it over to the right. Yes, and then come up onto those knees. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, arms into cactus. Start to fire up that upper back. Maybe you lean back. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, and back. One more, reach it up. And cactus through those arms. Reach it up. Downward facing dog. Put your shoulder blades in your back. Give your head a little shake side to side. And then take your gaze forward and tiptoe to the top of the mat, but take your time, right? Starting to work into the hamstrings, the backs of your legs, a little bit into the core, right? To lift your legs in. Oh, when you get to the top, let yourself fold. Grab opposite hand to elbow. And just sway a little bit side to side. Yes, release those hands. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale and fold. Press the floor away, come all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana, reach out, sweep it up. When you get to the top, bend that right elbow. Take your left hand to the right elbow, lengthen up, and we're gonna take another lean over to the side. Inhale, reach it up, hook your thumbs. Feel your shoulders drop down, spread through your fingers, pinkies reach away from each other. Tailbone nice and long, inhale. Exhale and fold, sweep your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Drag your knuckles away from your ears. Oh, the crown of your head drop toward the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step that right leg back. Drop your right knee to the mat. Oh, Anjaneyasana, reach it up. Bring those arms into cactus here. Squeeze the tips of your shoulder blades in. Feel that lift through your low belly. And then right arm's gonna wrap underneath the left for eagle. Drop your chin to your chest, even as your elbows lift from your chest. Inhale, sweep it out, reach it up. Exhale, hands to the mat, Ardha Hanuman. Slide it back. Can't forget about those, oh, poor leggies here. You got it. Inhale, rock it forward, plant that right hand, sweep your left arm forward and then up. You can continue that circle if you want to reach back and grab for your right foot. You can keep that right or that left arm reaching up, staying in the twist. And then release. Windmill this hand back down to the floor. Here we go. Step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, rock it forward, find your plank. We're gonna take that left forearm down. Take that right forearm down. Interlace your fingers, find plank here. And then walk your feet in again. Shoulder blades in your back. Press into those forearms, press into the fists. Can soften your knees, dolphin pose. There's strength here and stretch. Oh, it's the best of both worlds. Walk your feet back, shoulders over your elbows. Inhale. Exhale, lower it down. Find your Sphinx. Shoulder blades in your back. Inhale it here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take your right leg, lift it up, step it back, or stretch it back. Bend your knees, stack your hip, open it here. Inhale, kick it back behind you, step it forward. Keep that back knee lifted when you get there. Sink your hips, just stretch your chest forward. Inhale. Exhale, left foot meets the right and fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift. And let it go. Press into the floor, come all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. When you exhale, you're gonna bend that left elbow. Grab hold with the right hand, lengthen through your tailbone, lengthen up through the crown of your head, and then stretch it over to the right. Inhale, bring it up, hook those thumbs, shoulder blades down away from your ears, fingertips up toward the sky. Inhale. Exhale, dive forward. Uttanasana, sweep those hands behind your back and release your fingers. Maybe the other pinky's on top. Maybe you've forgotten and it doesn't really matter. Yes. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold, step that left leg back. Drop your back knee. Anjaneyasana, inhale, reach it up. Yes, keep that lift through the low belly. Keep that right foot pressed into the floor. Bend your elbows, come into cactus here. And then that left arm is gonna wrap underneath. Find eagle. If eagle doesn't work, you can always give yourself this hug, right? Grab the shoulders or the edges of your shoulder blades there. Drop your chin to your chest, whichever variation you opt for here. Inhale, sweep those arms out and up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Ardha Hanuman, slide it back. That's it. You got it. Press that right heel into the mat. One more breath here. Open it through the back of your leg. Okay, rock it forward. From here, plant that left hand, sweep your right arm straight forward, and then take it out and up. You can keep it right here, or you can continue that arc back toward your left foot. Take it into your quad there. Whatever you're looking for today. And here we go. We're going to windmill it all the way back down. Step it back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, rock forward, find your plank. Right forearm down. Left forearm down. Forearm plank here. And then dolphin. You know the drill. Walk those feet in. Shoulder blades pull into your back. Forearms press into the floor. Rock it forward into your forearm plank. And slow and controlled, lower it all the way down. Here you go. You're going to take your palms, spread them out, press into your thumbs, roll your shoulders back. Inhale. Exhale, lower it down. Downward facing dog. Take that left leg, lift it up, kick it back. Inhale. Bend your knee, stack your hip, open it here. And then kick it back again, step it forward, nice long lunge. Fingertips to the mat, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step it up. Halfway lift. And let it go. Press the floor away, come all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana, inhale. As you exhale, you're going to grab that right wrist with the left hand, lengthen up, and just pull it over to the side. And let that arc over to the left continue all the way down toward the floor till you're in your Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Here we go. We're going to step the right leg back. Keep that back knee lifted this time, crescent lunge. Inhale, bring it up. Feel those feet root into the mat. Shoulders soft. If your shoulders have just had it, hands to your hips. Perfectly legitimate place to be. Inhale. When you exhale, open warrior two. Here we are. Yeah. And then from here, we're going to swing those arms in, right? Right arm comes underneath the left. Same deal. We're going to wrap those elbows. Drop your chin to your chest. And then lift your head. You're going to sweep your elbows toward the front of the mat. Spin onto the ball of your back foot. Sneak attack. Warrior three, shift your weight forward. Maybe you hop that back foot in. Press into the floor with your left foot. Here we are, Vira three, arms in our eagle. Keep that left knee soft. Bring your right leg up and wrap it around. Eagle pose right here. Release those arms, sweep them up. Stand up, draw your right knee into your chest, and then step it down. Chair pose, sink your hips. Inhale it here. Exhale and fold. Halfway lift. Downward facing dog. Come on forward into your plank. Lower onto that left forearm. Lower onto the right one. Interlace your fingers. Pause it here. And walk your feet in. Forearm down dog. Dolphin. There is a real name for that. Spine long, sides of your body lengthen back. Walk your feet back. Shoulders over your elbows. Inhale. Exhale, lower it all the way down. You know the drill. Coming into Sphinx, roll your shoulders back. Keep your core engaged. Inhale here. Exhale, lower it down. Slide your hands back. Downward facing dog. Take that right leg, lift it up, stretch it back. Step it forward. Full breath here, sink your hips. And then step that left foot up and fold Uttanasana. Halfway lift. And let it go. Ride that in-breath all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana. Grab your left wrist with your right hand, scoop your tailbone, lengthen up, and pull over to the right side. And let that arc go all the way down. Release into your Uttanasana. Halfway lift. Here we go. Step your left foot back. I had to think about it. Press into your feet. Come all the way up. Crescent lunge. That's it. You got it. Warrior two. Plug your legs in. Arm bones plug in too. And then take your left arm. You're going to wrap it underneath. Find eagle arms right here. Shoulders soft. Elbows lifted. You can drop your chin to your chest for a moment here. And then we're going to pivot around. Elbows toward the front of the mat. Come onto the ball of your back foot. Warrior three right here. You can do it. Shift your weight. Maybe hop that back foot in. Give yourself a little advantage. Press the floor away. Keep that right knee soft. Makes this next thing easier. Come all the way up. Left leg's going to wrap. Ooh, slow and steady. Find your eagle. Yes, release the arms. Hands come to prayer. Come on up. Left knee in. Step it down, chair pose. Take your butt all the way down to the floor. We're going to take a comfortable seat and grab your strap because I almost forgot this, but I don't want to. So grab your strap, a little tiny slow down here. Tiny slow down. My heart is going blah, 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 blah. All right, grab your strap and give yourself some room. Like lots of room. Straight arms. We're going to come up overhead. And then pull it back and down. It's necessary. Come on back up. And then forward. Bring it up again. I know. Back and down. You got it up. And forward. Last one. There's a spot back here where it feels like extra. You can kind of hang there and floss into it. Ooh, yowza. Ooh, making the crazy face now. Come all the way up. You probably are too, it's okay. All right, then you're gonna walk your hands a little bit closer together. Take them up one more time. And then you're gonna pull down with that left arm. Your low ribs wanna pop like right out of your body, but feel your low ribs draw back in, tailbone down. Pull with that left arm, but resist with the right. Then back up through the middle, same thing. Oh, here we go. My shoulder and my arm say thank you. Low ribs in, so you pull with this right hand, feel your left hand pull back. Back up through center one more time. You're going to take that left arm, pull it down, and then slide your strap down, or your hand down the strap just a bit, and then sweep that left hand straight back behind you. And you can pull down with that left hand and press up with the heel of the right. Now I'm sweating. Oh. All right, and then through center, come on up. Same deal, that right hand's gonna go down and then sweep it straight back. And while you pull down with the right hand, resist up through the heel of the left. Hopefully you feel this in the back of your left arm, maybe in the forearm of the right if you're tight there. And then sweep this back to the front. Come on up. Okay, and roll out your shoulders. All right, so you're gonna grab your blocks. And you're gonna take one right at the back of the mat on its hotel height. I heard it once, I'm sticking with it. And then the second one's gonna be on its lower height. If you have like a really open upper back and you want a deeper stretch, you can click this one down so it's the same height as this one. I'm sticking with it right here. So this one's gonna come right underneath your shoulder blades. So when you lay down on them, it gives like a little tip. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and it kind of takes your shoulder blades and draws them down and brings them up. And we're gonna hang here for a couple of breaths. If this makes your low back super tender and it's just not palatable, you can grab your blanket and just roll a blanket and put that underneath your shoulder blades and skip the blocks altogether. You can bend your knees. You can bring your legs into a Vata Konasana if that's desirable. Whatever works for you. Take a few breaths. Feel the weight of your arms drop down. And if you can, you want your palms toward the ceiling. That gives a little more opening through the shoulders. There's a dog outside trying to get in. Couple more breaths here. All right, and now you're gonna bend your knees. Walk your feet in. And roll to one side enough so you can come onto or get rid of the blocks, right? And come onto your back. Oh, and just hug your knees all the way in for a moment here. Let your shoulder blades, the back of your head press into the floor. Okay. And then take your knees over to the right. Slide your gaze over that left arm. Bring it up through center and drag your knees over to the left. Let that right shoulder sink in. Yes, and then back up through center. Hug your knees in for another breath. And stretch out your legs. Take a moment here. Notice if even here there's tension in your shoulders. Along your neck, maybe in your jaw. Just try to relax. And let your breath deepen. Start to move your fingers and your toes. And draw those knees into your chest. And rock it to one side. Press into the strength of your arms. And come on up. Find a comfortable seat. Take a second here. Let your eyes close. Let your shoulders relax away from your ears, and if you'd like, you can bring your palms together to Anjali Mudra, your hands to your heart. Just bow your head and honor your time on the mat, your body, cranky shoulders and all, and your breath, and this practice that always gives you just what you need when you need it. Thanks for being here. I look forward to practicing with you again soon. As always, hit that like button, drop a comment below. Are there any stretches that you need? Let me know. Make it a great day.